All right, what's good, y'all? I want to make this video. I'm just going to say out there. I'm going to present the question for the people. Are the Jacksonville Jaguars the 2022 version of the Cincinnati Bengals of 2021? Hold it there before you think I'm crazy. They're in a bad division. I don't care what nobody said. The Colts not going nowhere with no Matt Ryan. I don't care what none of y'all say. The Houston Texans are not good. The Titans are inconsistent. So the division is wide open. They have Doug Peterson, Super Bowl winning head coach. They have Trevor Lawrence, one of the best quarterbacks in college football history. I believe he was the number 1 overall pick for the Jaguars. I could be wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong about that. Trying to tap into my memory bank real quick. But yeah, and then they had the number 1 overall pick this year, and they picked Walker. I believe that's his last name. And look, man, they doing their thing. They demolished the Chargers. They basically could have won against the Commanders, and they beat what was the other team they beat? They beat some other team just recently. They beat the Chargers so bad that I don't even remember the other team they beat. Oh, they beat the Colts. And they beat them down. They beat the Colts down. So, yeah, I look, no one thought that the Bengals were going to make it to the Super Bowl last year. We've never seen a quarterback who barely had playing time in Joe Burrow. He only played a couple of games the first season because he was injured. He had a season-ending injury. Came back and took him all the way to the Super Bowl. Now, Trevor Lawrence, he actually played a whole entire 17-game season. He was the starter the whole 17 games last year. So he has that experience. So he knows what to do and what not to do. Now he has a competent, above average, very good head coach, unlike what he had last year. It was a catastrophe last year. It's a big switch around. Kind of reminds me a little bit about Peyton Manning, his first year going to his second year. Just a little bit, just a tad bit. Just bear with me, just a little bit. Yeah. So, obviously, Trevor Lawrence didn't throw that many interceptions his first year, but he did throw quite a few. But, yeah, I think there's a chance that they could, shock the world and possibly make it to the Super Bowl. Now, do I think that's going to actually happen? No, I'm still sticking with the Bills. Even though they got some injuries right now. They are dealing with the injury bug right now. But I think they'll figure out. You know what I'm saying? They're the Buffalo Bills. And obviously you still got the Chiefs. So, but I think it's wide open. I really think that if there's another team that could do what the Bengals did last year with the lack of experience, I'm talking about from the players, why not the Jaguars? Like I said, they're in a bad division. They could take over this division, go about 11 and 6. I don't think that's far-fetched. 11 and 6. Have a hot run entry into the playoffs. Have a solid seeding and shoot up and make the Super Bowl. I think that is possible. That's why I'm making this video. If you think I'm crazy, then let me know. But I do not think it's impossible. I really don't. I think the Jaguars just may be the 2022 version of the Bengals from last year. Got the quarterback, got some dope receivers, got a good backfield. They got Evan Ingram putting in work. He wasn't even putting in work like this when he was with, what was the team? I think the Giants. He putting in work right now. So, and the defense is played stellar. Stellar thus far. It's been 3 games, but they've been stellar. So, I think they'll be able to keep this up. And I had them number 2 under the Titans to win the division. I had the Titans winning the division. But I could see the Jaguars now winning, given how the Titans have been so inconsistent. And like I said, I don't think their schedule is bad because the Jaguars were terrible last year. So, they got a 4th ranked schedule, I believe. Something like that. Yeah. So, yeah, they should be able to take advantage of it. And get to the playoffs. Now, with all that said, I think they will lose to the Eagles this upcoming week. I think they're playing against the Eagles. I could be wrong, but if so, they're going to lose to the Eagles. The Eagles are the best team in the NFL right now, especially in the NFC. So, but outside of that, I could see them going 11-6 or 10-7. Yeah, and making a playoff run. It's possible. Let me know what you think.